for me.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Sorry
thank you.
about that.
That's
so
okay.
When I saw your text again, I said I must call you now. So I just parked somewhere. I want to have maybe just few minutes together at least, so that I get to speak with you today. How are you doing?
Yes, thank you. May I please ask, which congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses are you?
Bradford, Fairweather Green.
Fairweather Green congregation in Bradford. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I was given some literature.
Okay.
I've been on the website. I've actually been following the convention this summer. I'm quite surprised to discover that you're now permitting higher education. Jehovah's Witnesses can go to university, where in the past it was discouraged. I remember a film I saw, one of your JW.org's films, about an elder who was stripped of being an elder because his daughter went to college.
Were you once a Jehovah's Witness?
Never, no. I used to be an evangelical Christian.
Okay. Yeah, just as Proverbs says that the path of the righteous ones is becoming brighter and brighter as days went by. So things continue to change. And now it's left for individual to decide what level of higher education they want to involve themselves in, and to take necessary precautions. The objective is so that, there are many things happening in universities, all those environments nowadays. So, but for one to use his Bible-trained conscience so as not to be, carried away by the things of this world. That is just the objective.
Why was it banned in the past? Why did I watch that video on your jw.org website about can I finish my sentence? About an elder who was stripped of being an elder just because he allowed his daughter to go to college.
No, we never ban it.
Yes, you did.
But the circumstances, there are many circumstances that it revolves around. So, and also the objective of that. So, if the elder is considered, and it is noticed that he's not putting first thing first, especially in the life of those children, perhaps those children don't live a good example because of the way what they were involved in. That means it's not exemplar. And there are requirements to be an elder in the Christian congregation. So if it doesn't meet any of those requirements for any reasons, maybe because of the attitude of the children, that doesn't send him away from being one of Jehovah's Witnesses.
I didn't say that.
Sorry?
I never said this.
Yeah, so it's only because he no longer qualifies.
You're taking the wrong end of the You're taking the wrong end of the stick.
Say that again, sorry.
You are taking the wrong end of the stick. You're not listening to me.
Oh.
The man was stripped of being an elder, and it was said on the video that he was a bad example because he allowed his daughter to go to college.
There may be certain things you are not aware of in that video. So when he says it's a bad example, it might be that the children now are going to school and they are not living a good example.
It's a video.
Yeah.
It's just a video, and he was stripped because he allowed his daughter to go to college. It was not permitted that you can have a leadership position if your family go to college.
No, perhaps maybe the children are not living a good exemplary life, and because they are still members of his household, himself will not be qualified for that responsibility.
Okay, well, thank you for explaining that. Another question that I have is lesson 13 of Enjoy Life Forever. Paragraph 2 says, for centuries, religions have meddled in politics, supported wars, and caused or approved the death of countless numbers of people. Some religious leaders enjoy a lavish lifestyle and demand money from their followers to pay for it. These actions prove they do not even know God, yet alone have the right to represent him. It seems to be saying that religions can't meddle in politics or support warfare in this book. It's page 55, lesson 13, paragraph 2. Okay.
So what's your question there?
Well, the Watchtower has involved itself in politics and supported wars for over a century.
Which Watchtower? You
Well,
mean Jehovah's Witnesses?
I beg your pardon?
Do you mean Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yes, they have supported warfare. Even the Watchtower admits they have supported warfare, and they've got involved in politics for over a century, which would puzzle me, you see.
When was that?
Well, we'd have to go back to the First World War.
So did Jehovah's Witnesses, in what way do they support war during the First World War?
Well, in the Watchtower, Zion's Watchtower, as it was then called, 15th of May 1918,
Yeah.
that's page 6,257 of the Green reprints. It talks about how Jehovah's Witnesses can buy Liberty bonds to support the American war effort. This is American Jehovah's Witnesses can buy Liberty bonds from the American government to support the American war effort. That's I've given you the reference to the Watchtower magazine that states that.
Yeah, we might be misquoting or misunderstanding. Jehovah's Witnesses have always had the understanding from what Jesus himself said that we are no part of the world. He was invited to be part of the political elements when he was on earth. But he specifically mentioned to them that my kingdom is no part of this world. Supposing it was, my angels will have fought for me. You see, so he has not meddled with political that exists in his time, and right from onset, Jehovah's Witnesses has followed that step. And that is why we have our members all over the world. Imagine if we will continue to involve in politics and fighting wars. Jehovah's Witnesses in Britain killing Jehovah's Witnesses in other countries.
You don't listen.
That wouldn't be love.
You don't. You really don't.
Rob, can I leave you with a message?
No, could you actually have a dialogue with me, because you come across as a salesman. You seem to be selling a religious product like a salesman, but you're not having a conversation with me.
That's not what we do. What we do is that we reveal the truth that is found in God's word.
You're selling a product to me. Could you dialogue with me?
I'm not selling anything, Rob.
You are. You're selling the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society.
No. We only preach the good news, the truth to those who want to listen to it.
What you have told me is not true. The Watchtower itself condemns what you are saying. If you look at the... Let me respond.
Sorry, I thought... sorry, Rob.
Let me respond to what you're saying.
I want to go now. I thought maybe you have some...
I have some questions, yes. The Watchtower, I'd like to read from the 2016 Watchtower, so it's only 9 years old. November 2016, page 29, and it talks about the First World War, and it tells me that what you are saying about the Watchtower is not true.
Where are you based? Maybe we can visit you and discuss this bit, Rob.
I'm based in Plymouth.
Oh, you are not in Bradford?
No. Paragraph 9, which is page 29.
You know what are we advised?
I don't go to any religious buildings.
But Jehovah's Witnesses will come to your door because we always engage in the door.
I don't want to give my home address out. It's private.
Okay, I'm not requesting for it, but we go to all the door, every door. Maybe one day.
No, you don't.
They knock at your door.
No, you don't. I've asked my neighbours, have Jehovah's Witnesses called here, and no one's ever had a Jehovah's Witness call on them. The few neighbours that I've asked, I've been here for 2.5 years, not one Jehovah's Witness has knocked on the door, and my 2 neighbours who I've asked, they haven't ever had a Jehovah's Witness knock on the door here either.
Okay, in that case, this is what we can do, because I just briefly wait because I saw your message to respond to that. I've got to go to work now. So, do you have another specific time that we can discuss? But I don't want to involve in a sort of argument, Rob. If we surely want to know certain truth about Jehovah's Witnesses, I'm ready to let you know what we actually believe.
But you have told me inaccuracies about Jehovah's Witnesses. I wanted to read...
What I've told you about Jehovah's Witnesses, that is the truth.
I want to... No, it's not the truth. It's not accurate.
All right,
I want to prove that by reading the Watchtower, November 2016, page 29, paragraph 9, which says...
Don't bother to read, Rob.
I'm reading the Watchtower. Why are you frightened of reading the Watchtower? Not everything that the Bible students...
Sorry, I want to go now, Rob. I want to go now. If there is any other convenient
what are you frightened of?
I will schedule that. But I've got to go to work now.
Can we speak some other time?
I only plan to spend 10 minutes, and it's 10 minutes.
10 minutes is no good for me. If I'm going to look at something, I'm going to look at it in depth. I need about 3/4 of an hour to look at something in depth. I don't look at something briefly. I'm not that sort of person.
That's not a problem at all. Maybe we schedule another time I'm not at work. Is Saturday any good for you?
I don't care what time or day, as long as you send me a text with an exact time and you phone me at that exact time to the minute. Because I'll be by the phone at that exact time. If it's not convenient, I will text you back. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Let me read this Watchtower to you. Not everything the Bible students did during the period between 1914 and 1919 was in harmony with scriptural principles. Although they were sincere, the brothers did not always have a proper view of subjugation to the secular governments. Therefore, as a group, they were not always neutral with regard to the war effort. For example, when the President of the United States decreed that the 30th of May 1918 would be set aside as a day of prayer for peace, the Watchtower urged the Bible students to join in the observance. Some brothers purchased bonds to provide financial assistance to the war effort, and a few even went into the trenches with guns and bayonets. Now, this Watchtower from only 9 years ago contradicts what that man was telling me when he was doing the fast-talking salesman rap. It's very annoying when they try to pile up multiple points at the same time and multiple scriptures. It's always best to deal with one thing at a time. The fact is, according to the Watchtower's own history, and there are many other Watchtowers I can quote, the Watchtower was involved in warfare. Here's an example of it admitting that it was involved in warfare in the First World War. And even this article from 2016 is somewhat dishonest. It says that they weren't called Jehovah's Witnesses till the 1930s. It says that the Bible students joined in the observance of the National Day of Prayer on the 30th of May 1918. That's true, but it's a half-truth. What they don't tell you in this article is that the president of the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, Joseph Franklin Rutherford himself, went onto a raised platform with Catholic priests and Protestant clergymen, and he went down on his knees with these people and prayed for victory for America in the First World War, together with Catholic priests and Protestant clergymen who he was kneeling next to. So they don't tell you that because they're dishonest in this article. Also, it said that some brothers purchased bonds to provide financial assistance to the war effort. Well, that was what I was trying to quote to this guy, this fast-talking man, when I mentioned that Zion's Watchtower, 15th of May 1918, page 6257 of the Green Reprints, encouraged American Jehovah's Witnesses to buy Liberty bonds, also known as war bonds, to provide financial assistance to the war effort. The Watchtower itself encouraged the Bible students to purchase war bonds to support the war effort. This wasn't something that the Bible students just did off their own back. They were encouraged to do it in the Watchtower. I find it very frustrating when people just look very shallowly at things and they race quickly like a salesman from one point to another point to another point. I get the idea that listening to this guy, he's just trying to scam me. And the fast talking really covers up basically the lies that he is telling me. And there's no other word for it. He was lying to me. If you wish to help me with these videos, I would appreciate help. Obviously, a thumbs up would be appreciated. I no longer have a YouTube channel. It was taken down due to a false copyright claim against me by Iglesia Ni Cristo, a group from the Philippines. However, I have well over 4,000 videos, and I'd love to see these back on YouTube, but I can't make new videos and upload 4,000 videos to a new YouTube channel. It's pointless. It's like a Jenga tower. The higher the Jenga tower gets, the more unstable it becomes. And the more of these type of videos you upload to a YouTube channel, and I had well over 4,000, possibly close to 5,000 videos on my YouTube channel when it was taken down. That's really not very wise. It's best to have 100 videos on a channel, and then you form a new channel. I can't do this now on my own. It's too much for me to do. But if people want to help me, they're not just talkers, they're actually people who actually do seriously want to help. What I can do is send you through the internet, I think it's called file transfer. I'll have to look about how to do this. But I can send you, say, 50 or 100 videos. You can then add them to your YouTube channel or start a new YouTube channel. And if 50 people make 50 YouTube channels and they each upload 100 videos, or roughly 100 videos, then my 5,000 videos would go back on YouTube, but in 50 different channels run by 50 different people, which means it will be almost impossible for certain religious groups to get all of these videos taken down, because you do get attacked. If you make videos against Muslims or Jehovah's Witnesses or Iglesia Ni Cristo, they do try to get your videos taken down. It's very frustrating. But hey, if you wish to help me, please contact me. My email address is in the title screen at the start of this video, after the Christian Comedy Channel logo. You'll find it at the bottom of the page.